übrigens unser nächstes Ziel, Montserrat. Wie weit war es weg?
24 Meilen.
24 Meilen noch. Aber irgendwie ist heute relativ wenig Wind. Ich glaube, es ist eine ganz gute Idee, wenn man nur noch 2 Meilen von der Küste weg ist, vielleicht mal die Quarantäneflagge aufhängt. Und eigentlich schon ein bisschen länger draußen und so.
Streber, Streber.
The sad history of Montserrat. The Caribbean island of Montserrat is a tiny overseas territory of the United Kingdom, located in the Leeward Islands northwest of Guadeloupe. Like its sisters islands of St. Kitts, Barbuda and Antigua, it's a paradise of lush hillsides, white beaches and coconut palms with ideal suntan weather all year round. Or it was. But what happened to Montserrat?
Ich fand das echt witzig gestern, als wir da auf dem Boot waren. Hier super viel los, super viel Musik. Wir gehen an Land, Musik aus. Wir gehen wieder aufs Boot, Musik wieder an.
Ja, komm, wir haben, glaube ich, 2 Stücke von dem Getrommel haben wir doch miterlebt.
Ja, das war aber ein bisschen mehr so Probe.
It's a good place to come and spend a couple of weeks or months. I feel like it's quiet.
Right. Yeah, but if you consider, I mean, if it's only 5,000 people, they are spread all over the island, so probably it's difficult to make up a center, isn't it?
It is. There is no real city here. There used to be one, but there's one little village up north called St. John's, and where you bought the onions from,
Right.
And the other stuff. That's great. It's like a center for buying commercials, but it's
Right.
not a real town.
Okay.
Here where we're going through is Salem. Salem is a village. There's still some good deals to be made. When the volcano erupted, people were running away from here.
Right.
So I
me-
came running in.
So I mean, in terms of property, buying
Yes.
property, right?
What I have over there, I would not have bought if the volcano had not erupted.
In the 60s and 70s, Montserrat was a tourist destination like the other Leeward Islands, frequented by sun worshippers, scuba divers, sailing yachts and pop stars. In fact, the Beatles manager George Martin established a recording studio there in 1979, bringing even more tourists and musicians. Many thought they might catch a glimpse of famous recording stars somewhere on the tiny island. Montserrat's hard times came not from the human element, but from the natural elements. Mother Nature gave the island a 1-2 punch beginning in 1989 with a direct hit from Hurricane Hugo. 20% of the buildings were completely blown apart and all electricity and communication were lost. More than 2,500 people became homeless. As if this were not enough, 6 years later, tragedy struck again before the island had time to completely rebuild. In 1995, the monster volcano in the Soufriere Hills came to life after lying dormant for more than 500 years. It suddenly began to spew ash, rocks and toxic gases into the air. Small eruptions continued, with occasional bursts of pyroclastic flows that made life in the volcano zone extremely perilous. In just 2 years, the volcano's massive eruptions had covered the capital city, Plymouth, with nearly 40 feet of hot mud and ash. What wasn't buried was burned. The kitchen?
We're all around the mountain, everywhere.
So actually this is not clouds, this is smoke from the mountain, isn't it?
There's cloud and gas.
And gas.
It's never really 100% clear unless you have a good northerly wind and a perfectly cloudless sky. Then you can see the top of it every now and then. On internet, you'll get a lot of pictures on it. Before the volcano, these roads were brand new, so they haven't been maintained in 15 years, but they're not bad for being all the time. That's right. A lot of trucks drive up and down these roads.
But I guess there's not much damage from ice.
Nope. Frost.
The sunny island paradise, once home to nearly 12,000 people, was a burnt-out wasteland over the southern two-thirds of its territory, and just a few thousand inhabitants were left. With all of those islanders gone, tourism died as well.
Ouch! Oh, you stepped on something, right?
Yes, these thorns.
Ah.
Wow!
Give me a flat tire. But you don't only walk on this without this. So. Real slowly.
Yeah.
People are south.
Yeah. And interestingly, the only animals which would have survived are cats, not even rats.
Oh, really?
Nice kitchen you have.
Like a drink?
Oh yes! Oh, it's already empty. Poor, you didn't left anything for me. Some Pringles or some eggs. Nice.
You can imagine. Paid by the megabyte, more or less.
Yep. One very nice hotel. There are hot springs just in the sea there. When you go swimming, you can actually, if you dig deep in the sand, you can feel the heat from the sand in the sea.
So that's our Airbnb for tonight.
Yes. You're at a deluxe hotel called the Montserrat Springs Hotel. The check-in is right here.
Fire extinguisher, nice. I think it's working still.
Yeah, show me my room. That's nice. They can have a rest.
You can actually choose it.
Yeah, nice room. We even have a ventilator. Air condition. Our nice view from our hotel room.
Sad. Sad story. When we walked through the house, I just said, well, now this is basically somebody's dream who was working for so many years. And it's all in ash. All in ash.
See those long,
Yeah.
long strip buildings? That used to be a medical hospital and university. First time I came here, And Montserrat, this was all like the other part of the island, beautiful and really bustling. I said to one of the missionaries up there, I said, "Man, brother, you must have one of the nicest appointments on earth."
Interesting. Okay, but just because the floor is full.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Right.
Die ganze Badewanne ist mit dem Sand voll. Toilette ist überfüllt. Und ich laufe da einfach drüber.
Pyroclastic, it's not like the lava from we call it Hawaii, where it just moves like slow molasses. It comes down at 200 kilometers an hour when it starts coming down. It takes only a minute or two to make it from the top into the sea. So 19 people died. All the accounting books, everything was just left there. Underneath, there's still supplies. Under the pool area, there's still supplies down there. It's very dark in there.
The story of Montserrat isn't quite finished. Although it's still too dangerous and prohibited to enter the exclusion area, the northwest corner of the island is thriving. This area was unaffected by the volcanic activity and remains lush and green.
Is that this island, George Martin, which used to be the manager of the Beatles, he died 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
He had a recording studio.
Right, yes, we read that,
studio. And so before the volcano, you had some big names in here. The Beatles were here, Sting, Stevie Wonder, and they could all come and record here.
Okay.
And now there is a restaurant in George Martin's home. It still belongs to their family.
Right.
But it's a nice restaurant called Old Weston House. And it's just down here. Okay. You see the volcano? You're starting to see part of the new dome there. It's still high in the clouds.
Construction, working price, you know, they put good stuff.
You're right. See that bluff? That's rendezvous. And not that far away.
Which eventually it was.
Ja, wir hatten echt Glück, als wir in die Stadt gelaufen sind, Luke und seine Familie kennenzulernen, die uns eigentlich nur einen Hitchhike anbieten wollten und wir jetzt unsere private Inselführung bekommen haben. Das war echt ziemlich cool, ziemlich interessant. Die hat ziemlich viele coole Storys erzählt und ja, war echt bis jetzt ein super Tag. Gucken, wie es noch so weitergeht. Die St. Patrick's Vorbereitungen laufen hier aktuell und mal schauen, ob wir heute Abend noch ein bisschen ein Bierchen trinken gehen und ein paar Leute kennenlernen.